Good morning, ladies, gents, and pokey narcissists. What do you mean you're not a narcissist? Everybody's a bloody narcissist these days, so let's take a look at that. Sorry, that was my terrible attempt at sarcasm. Obviously, hardly anybody is a narcissist, but what I found is, since we've had our vocabulary so limited, you can't call people this or that, you can't even make jokes about anything, so the safe thing to go for is a medical description. You can quite happily accuse someone of being sick in their head, i.e. being a psychopath or a narcissist. So that seems to be the in vogue thing. But is it true? Are we all narcissists? Every person you've ever called a narcissist, are they all narcissists? Like my own family, everyone in my family accuses everybody else of being a narcissist. And even though I am the one most hated by all, I don't think any of them are narcissists, I just think they're dicks. So let's have a look at what is a narcissist and what is just a dick. This is one particular mission I will not be using Google for, as in my experience, Google is not a qualified psychologist. And if it was, we would all be completely screwed. We'd be everything. We'd all definitely be narcissists. So I'll be using books and some real people's advice. So without further ado, ladies, gents, and Pikachus, the narcissist, how to spot one and how not to be one. Narcissists are seldom seen alone. They are never on their own, and the reason is they live off that admiration, that love. They need to be admired, they need to be validated, and they'll do absolutely anything in order to achieve this. So I think that's the principal difference between the psychopath and the narcissist. A psychopath is a loner. You will not see a psychopath in a social club or having loads of friends or having a really full social calendar, whereas the narcissist is the opposite. A narcissist will have thousands and thousands of followers, thousands of fans, thousands of people online who follow them, and they'll also have a little social circle in real life, although they will have a very weak link to each person because they actually do not care about other people at all. It stands to reason that most narcissists want to be famous, and they will become that because it's the only thing they're interested in their life is being admired and adored by millions of people who they don't care about whatsoever, apart from they would like to be adored and hopefully make some money off of the back of that adoration. The second thing is delusions of grandeur. So if the person is really up themselves, that just makes them a dick. But if they are like galaxy brain beautiful and they think they're so talented, and it just leaves you at a loss if you think, what are you on about? You're not beautiful, you're not talented, you're just like, you're average at best. But this person has the fans telling them that they are that great. It means they've spent the money and they've gone to the lengths and the expense to buff themselves up in that way, to look better than they are, and then they believe their own lies and bullshit. So the hype is real, and those people are almost certainly going to be the narcissists. The simple fact is, narcissists have a place in our society. They're not always evil. You can just be a narcissist who is really irritating, you wouldn't want to spend too much time with, but actually has a good effect in the right position, such as this man here, Donald Trump, the orange man. Now, nobody will argue with the fact that he's a narcissist, but also if you look at the results he gets in whatever career he chooses, he tends to do fairly well. And the only people that decry his success are his enemies and sometimes his family. But he's not an evil guy, hasn't killed anyone, hasn't raped anyone, hasn't stolen anything, so it's not like he's a psychopath, he's just a dick and a narcissist. And I wonder how many of you have spotted that Donald Trump loves accusing other people of being narcissists. In fact, that's generally a good tactic by the narcissist to deflect it away from themselves. They just go, you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist. It's gaslighting, isn't it? I was about to say glass lighting. Gaslighting is one thing that a narcissist is always going to get caught doing. They cannot resist. They love it. They love saying, you are me, but I'm getting away with it. It's like one of their main things that they do. I've had it done to me myself recently, and it stops you dead in your tracks if you take the words of these narcissists personally. Especially if they're accusing you of narcissism, you've just got to remember it's gaslighting. And regular people hate being gaslit, so they will fly off the handle. And it's like I was saying to you before, they trick you into becoming them. You forget what your goal and your plan was, and your tactics go out the window, and you just become angry, and then they go, oh, I can't talk to you anymore, I'm going to go now, and they bugger off out the door, leaving you in a mad rage. Oh, and there goes another brilliant sign of a narcissist. Number 3. You will never see a narcissist in a mad rage. Never. Unless you're on your own and you've caught them out and they are trying to frighten you out of your position. I've noticed that, like Donald Trump, you've never seen Donald Trump in a mad rage, apart from on his TV show, where he was actually acting. Like in his political career, I don't believe I've ever once seen him go into a mad rage. What he does is he uses other people's rage in order to trip them up and then win debates and win over fans. And it is a fucking fantastic strategy, which pretty much always works. I guess that goes as another way you can separate the psychopath from the narcissist. A psychopath is fairly likely to get into a rage at least 10 times a day. It's just something they use as a tool. The same way that the narcissist will use sly gaslighting, the psychopath will use rage and anger, because it's fucking terrifying, isn't it? So, but narcissists are smart. They're always in control, and their goal is for you to be out of control, because that's when you'll make mistakes. People who are out of control, they'll trip over, they'll say things they don't mean, and then they'll have to go back into their past and explain away the things they have already done, thusly taking them away from their own strategy and the plan that they had. Little assholes. So, in conclusion, don't be a narcissist, and if you are a narcissist, then I can't help you. But if you have to deal with a narcissist, the worst thing you can do is lose your temper and act like a dick, because they'll just pull you up on it. And like I said before, it's a theme throughout my videos, don't fight with a fool. They'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience, and they'll just roll over you. So if you recognise these things in someone you know and you think they're a narcissist, just get away from them. You will not be able to win an argument or a fight with a narcissist. It's like my neighbour. He would love it if I ambushed him tomorrow morning outside his door and just beat the absolute shit out of him. If I smashed every single one of his teeth out and made an absolute mockery of the rest of his face, I would be the one that would get in trouble. Even though he's been following me around for the best part of 5 years, stealing from me, doing all kinds of other things. That's what he wants. It's all provocation and bait, and that, in conclusion, is the worst part of a narcissist. They're like a spider. They want to entice you into their web and trap you in it so they can wrap you up in your own shit and eat you and have what's yours. So hopefully you've learned something about the narcissist and you can recognise when you're dealing with one and not tangle with them. Just get as far away from them as you can. If it happens to be someone that's in your family, just be willing to sacrifice them. I mean, that's what I'm going to have to do if I find out that one of my family is a narcissist. Although I don't think they are, like I said earlier. I just think they're behaving like a bunch of dicks because they are brainwashed zombies. I'm sure that will wear off over time. And if it doesn't, I'll consider the possibility that they maybe are a narcissist. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and you learnt something, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Yeah, I don't think it's worth tangling with them. They're just trying to control you, manipulate you, they'll ruin your work. And whereas this will wear you out, it'll actually energise them. So stay out of their way, stay out of trouble, enjoy your night and your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Bye bye bye. Bye.